We're live.
What up, everybody? How we doing, boys?
What's up?
Long time no see.
Classic.
I get it.
We always say that when we do a twofer.
Yeah. We're known for double dipping.
Double dipping.
The double dip boys.
We are the double dip boys. We're the baked potato boys, the double dip boys.
We go by many names.
We go by,
Yeah, exactly.
I think the double dip boys is like our court of owls. Like, beware, beware, the double dip
Ooh, yeah.
boys.
Yeah. One day people will tell, nursery rhymes about us.
I love that for us.
Anthony, did you have something interesting you wanted to share with us?
Yes. So maybe you guys know, you two know, I don't know if the listeners know, but me and a friend of the podcast, Joey Murphy, we created a 10-page comic book called Super Guy. Huge shout out to Joey Murphy. We did an episode even on that, episode 150. We talked about that. The anthology it was in finally came out. So I decided to start sending my story out digitally to whoever wants to read it. By the way, if you're listening to this and you want to read Super Guy, just hit me up. I will send it to you. DM me anywhere. Just let me know, and I'll let you read it.
Slide into his DMs.
Slide right in there. So one person that did slide into my DMs, rapid fire reviews on Twitter or X. Fuck it. I'm not calling it X. Or Rapid Fire 2020.
What's the deal with rapid fire reviews?
So they just, they're a smaller account, but they just reached out and they're like, they read it and then they're like, hope this is okay. And then they sent me a review, which I thought was really cool. I sent this to Joey. Me and Joey were like geeking out that someone even did this, you know?
Let's hear
Because
it.
again, it's just like a 10-page comic we did. So check it out. When the world is in trouble, you want a true hero to step up and come to the aid of all of us on planet Earth. Is that hero Super Guy? No, definitely not. A fun story of a hero, in quotation marks, that's more comfy sitting at home in his pants than getting into the thick of the action. Comically inept and self-centered, Superguy's first foray into the business of world saving does not go very well, but gives us some giggles along the way. Going forward, I would think Superguy better hope his luck holds up, though the cliffhanger ending might mean his career will be cut short. This is a fun little story snippet that definitely needs to be continued on.
Nice.
10 pages is enough to give us a good insight into Superguy's lack of skill and hero potential, but there's definitely potential in the setting and story. This could be the start of a brand new super universe, and someone needs to take up the slack and save us from Superguy's heroics. We need his origin story. Was he bitten by a radioactive elephant? And what are his other cool abilities? Did all his washing get done? Aliens, robots, a big bag of super underwear. Is there anything that Superguy can't handle? And by handle, we mean try and worm his way out of doing. So I love that. I love
That's
that
a great
someone
review.
read the
That's a
comics, sent that, right? So check out Rapid Fire Reviews on Twitter. I'm sure they would love to read whatever you have. Like I didn't ask for that, and they didn't even tell me they were doing that. So
That's crazy.
it's so cool, right?
Nice.
Like I love that.
That's cool.
Made me feel
Howdy,
really good.
Bubby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Howdy,
thanks.
you.
That's awesome.
So if you want to read Super Guy by me and Joey Murphy, please hit us up.
Facts.
And that's that.
Yeah, big facts.
Also, by the way, stay tuned to the end of the episode because we're doing a giveaway.
Oh,
we're going to give
shit.
away we're doing the comic we're talking about today, the Court of Owls, City of Owls. It's the first 2 volumes of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's New 52 Batman run. We'll tell you how to win those at the end of the episode. So you got to listen to the whole fucking thing. The double dippers strike again.
Oh, shit. Dude, well, whose choice was it to do this one for Bat March?
I think
I think it was definitely
I
you or
picked
Anthony.
it. I think I picked it.
I might have picked it too. I don't know. We were both just like, we got to do Court of Owls.
Yeah, because last Bat March we did.
Because we all picked one and then we voted on one. Like I picked Dark Victory.
No, Cody, you picked Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, you did pick Gotham by
Ooh.
Gaslight. You're right.
So I'm taking credit for this one, bitches.
Court of Owls.
But yeah, no, last Bat March we did 0 Year by Scott
Yes.
Snyder and Greg Capullo.
Facts.
Yeah.
Love that.
They
one.
are a great team. This is arguably the best run to come out of New 52.
Easily. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say it is. Yeah.
And I would also make the argument that it's one of the best modern Batman runs.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'm going to say one of the best Batman runs, period. Like, the Court of Owls story specifically, just one of the best Batman stories I've ever read.
Yeah.
It's so
Great
cool.
story.
Yeah. It's a great
So is
story.
Zero.
Fantastic.
They're a good team.
Yeah.
They seem to get Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would highly recommend reading the entire run if you haven't.
Dude, are they going to come out with Scott Snyder and Capullo omnibusy?
They have him already.
Oh.
Yeah. I have the first one.
See, I never had Court of Owls paper-wise. I used to have the DC comic app, but then I just stopped paying for it. So that's where I read Court of Owls originally.
Nice. See, I had it. I had Court of Owls, Night of Owls, which was like the event.
The Night of the Owls, yeah.
Yeah, the Night of the Owls.
Owls.
And then City of Owls. I had all three, but I lent Court of Owls to somebody, and now I can't remember who that somebody was.
Probably Booze.
Well, wait, no. So it's 2 volumes. It's Court of Owls, City of Owls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Night of the Owls is something that happens in it, though. I mean,
Yes,
actually, why isn't it called Night of the Owls? That would kind of make more sense.
Well, isn't it called like The Long Night or something? When they
No, it's called
That's the Game of Thrones.
No, I know.
Or-
I'm just saying. I thought it was called something night.
No, it's called Night of the or
Night
Night
of
of
the Owls,
Owls. Yeah. It's like because it's not just them. It covers how the whole
The Bat family.
kind of it covers how the Bat family handles.
Oh, got you. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost like if Court of Owls and City of Owls are the Batman event, Night of the Owls is just kind of like a collection of all the bonus tie-in issues.
Facts.
Gotcha. Oh, we got a sleepy baby in the house?
Dude, I do have sleepy baby energy right now.
No.
Oh, wake up.
Dude, wake me up.
Before you came on, we were talking about what Cody mentioned Rip Van Winkle, but he didn't know Rip Van Winkle is famous for sleeping for like
His
100
whole
years.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Really?
I just like the name. And we said something about ripping or getting ripped or something. And I said
you
Rip
said
Van
Rip Van
Winkle. Yeah.
It's like, that's the person we don't want
I
to
feel like
be.
I got
No.
so high in the last episode with Kevin Casey Johnson.
Kevin Casey White.
Oh, Kevin Casey.
Oh, no, Cody's infected you.
Kevin Casey Johnson. Oh.
No, we're here for Batman.
Hey, Batman's
We're here for Bat
us.
March.
And
Hey.
and these are the first 2 volumes of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run.
Oh,
Yes.
Whoa. Well, welcome to Comics and Chronic. I'm Jacob H. You already know who's with me. It's Cody Cannon, Anthony Anaccio. Today we are talking Court of Owls, City of Owls by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo.
Volumes 1 and 2.
Volumes 1 and 2.
It's just like owls don't feel threatening, but
Dude,
they're
cool.
Owls will fuck
like
you
on a
up.
scientific level, I watched this whole thing where they had different birds fly and they recorded the sound of their like takeoff, flight, and landing. And this one owl's like the microphone couldn't pick up anything. Like it was just a
Silent,
master
yeah.
predator. And I was like, wow, that's sick.
Literally right before we hopped on to record this one, I was just scrolling TikTok and just so happened the last video, I said I have to end on this note because it was a video of a tiny rabbit in a snowy field and this gigantic owl just
Like,
swoops down. The rabbit has no
Yeah,
idea
they're
it's even
quiet,
coming.
dude. They like don't
Yeah.
make noise when they soar down and get you.
And they could see
Perfectly.
what is it?
360.
Yeah, all around
They
360
turn their
vision.
head. Dude, there's this
Yeah.
one owl. It's actually the one that like the talon is based off of, but it can change. That one can change its like face to look more like intimidating to predators and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched this video. It was
Yeah.
crazy. Owls are kind of nuts.
Yeah, just us saying that even though I knew this fact, and this is why I love this whole storyline, that the owls have 360 vision so they could see all around. So that's kind of part of their whole gimmick where they're surveilling Gotham. Like they know they have all these little secret corners. They could see you everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They watch you masturbate in Gotham.
Yeah.
for sure.
For sure.
For sure. Dude,
That's in the
were-
backup story.
I was like, because it introduces like a whole new villain, you know? Like it's a fresh
Yes.
new villain for Batman to take on it's actually in a way the greatest villain of all. It's just the 1%, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's a fresh villain. It's not, they're like, it's very believable. Like, I don't know. It works. It's not like a forced Batman character or a rehash of something that's been done before.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard to add to canon, and this does it in all the best ways. Like, it adds to Gotham's history. It adds to Bruce Wayne's history. It adds to Batman's history.
I mean, the way it ties in Jarvis, Pennyworth. And
Alfred's history. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jarvis, Pennyworth. A lot of Jarvises in the comic universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because comics are big fans of indentured servants. You know what I mean?
The Pennyworths are more than that.
Yeah, it's true. They're family.
Something I actually really love about Snyder and Capullo's new 52 Batman run is that Alfred is a huge part of it. And he's so important. He's always so important to Batman, but I really feel like they always focus, even in these issues, you get Alfred being there so supportively and not just like a guy on the sides. Like, he's all up in it.
Yeah.
That's also why I like Batman Earth 1. Alfred is more of like a fleshed out character than just like, hello, I'm your servant, Master Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
Batman Earth 1, he like shotguns Penguin to death.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's just
that's a great one.
Yeah,
we should do that sometime.
Batman Earth 1.
Yeah,
They're all good.
Next Bat March.
I've read all of them. Yeah. No, they're great. Yeah, Alfred's cool.
No,
Alfred's always that dude.
Alfred.
He's got that dog in him.
Yeah. Alfred's loyal to the bone.
Loyal.
To the bone.
Not just bad to the bone, but loyal to the bone.
Also, like, I love the conflict this shows in Bruce and Dick's relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, he punches him out in this one.
Yeah, that's such an insane way to be.
Yep.
He's like, hey, you need to see this feeling. So he knocks it out of him.
I mean, how else are you going to get a tooth out? You can't just be like, hey, just sit tight. I'm going to
You could literally just take pictures of it and show it to him. He didn't have to.
Yeah, but that's not as cool.
Yeah.
He probably just wanted to punch him. He's like, fuck it. I get a free punch in on Dick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But that's cool. See, like, so we learned that Dick Grayson was originally supposed to be this Talon. Like, he was supposed to be raised by these people.
Yeah.
Which is fucked. Like, okay, so I think originally, this would be my theory, it just makes sense, that, like, so at the beginning of the comic, right, they're on this undercover mission, like, Batman's in Arkham Asylum, and Joker's helping him, but we find out a little bit later that's actually Dick Grayson in this really cool mask that, like, makes him look like whoever he wants. And I feel like that's, like, maybe supposed to start getting you to think, like, as you read it, that Nightwing might truly be the Talon or actually helping the Owls. Like, you know, he has the mask on. He's like a bad guy, but like, I feel like maybe he was supposed like that would have been cool, but maybe way too much if you like turn Nightwing heel, let's say, for real. You know, like I wouldn't have liked that.
I feel like Nightwing is not a dude to turn heel, you know?
Right.
He's got pretty strong resolve, almost more so than like he is critical of Batman's methods. There's no way I'd ever see Nightwing joining.
True.
The
and
Talon,
you see this literally in this comic at the end when Bruce is apologizing to him. He's like, dude, it wasn't me who saved you. You were saving me all along.
Damn, beautiful.
Yeah, we didn't plan this, but a lot of the stories have the element of Bruce and Dick's relationship or Bruce and a Robin's relationship.
True.
But I love how this story does it. Like, it's not the main focus.
No.
Right? Like, Court of Owls. So, Court of Owls, it's the start of the New 52, but it's not like origin story. Like, we're jumping right into
Batman's
Batman
career.
exists.
Established Batman.
Exactly.
He's been existing.
Yeah.
This is kind of Batman in the same way we talked about in our Red Hood episode.
Yeah.
This is like he's almost in his prime.
Yeah.
Or like almost there. Like, he's fucked some shit up already and saved lives.
Right.
He's got gizmos.
He has a lot of tech in this Batman.
A lot of tech.
He's also, a lot of tech. He's also, like, his detective work is top notch.
Yeah. Superb.
He's, you know what I mean? Like, at one point in time, he's like, I think Gotham City is Batman, you know, at the beginning, which is like a sign of hubris, you know what I mean?
And you also get a lot of, even in the whole run, of his Bruce Wayne. Like, I really, in this run, I see Batman as Bruce Wayne. I could see that he's just Bruce Wayne. Like, Scott Snyder's writing does a good job of that, where in other runs, it's like, nah, he just feels like Batman. But in this one, you get the best of both worlds, I would say.
No, I agree.
And this is another story where things while there's an ending to this arc, things are ambiguous, and that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. Because it's by no means the end of what's going on. Like,
No.
okay, well, that's City of Owls. Maybe let's get to that because there's a big. I know exactly what you're referring to.
Cody, do you want to give or Anthony, whoever
synopsis?
Give a synopsis for the court?
I'll do it.
Anthony,
I don't usually get to do too many synopses.
Exactly.
Synopses. We need the Anthony touch.
Okay, here we go. So
entering the
preach.
synopsisizer.
So like I was saying, this is a new Batman run. First of all, highly recommend picking this up if you've read no Batman comics or plenty of Batman comics. It's easy to jump into.
Agreed.
You get, like we're saying, it's kind of established that Batman's been doing this a little while, so it's by no means the beginning of his career. And the focus is like thematically talking about Gotham City and what it means to everyone. And he's explaining like some people see the villains as what makes Gotham, but he's like, no, it's Batman, it's me. Not in like such a self-aggrandizing way, but in a way that's like he sees it as his city. Even in Zero Year, that's a big part of it. Where it's like, whose city is this? It's ours. I need to protect it. So in this one, you begin to find out that there's this like mysterious 1%er group.
It's like the Illuminati, honestly.
Yeah, no,
literally
exactly.
Gotham's
like
own
Illuminati.
Which they hint that their reach extends far beyond this, and this is just one corner of the Court of
like
Owls.
some Bohemian Grove type shit.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, exactly.
And they're trying to take out Gotham's most prominent people on top of that. And that includes Bruce Wayne. So he gets into it with a Talon and he begins to find out. Like the Talon gets him through a window.
Yeah.
Also a specially built window that he had to like hit at a certain angle and velocity just
Talon
to break through.
Fucks him up a fair amount in the book.
He does.
He gets it. Yeah, like Batman gets his ass kicked.
Especially in Court, more so than in both. But Court, he almost dies hard.
Yeah, when he finds their labyrinth. Oh my God, that's brutal.
It's also terrifying. Like the way Greg Capullo's art. This is almost a horror story. Like the way Batman, as he's going crazy, starts to like turn into an owl himself and stuff like that.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, and just like the way Greg sets up the panels, it's gorgeous.
Like this was obviously before this, but how we were talking about in the Moon Knight, Lemire and Smallwood's Moon Knight, where you have to like turn the page and like read it a different way, but it adds to the madness because it's like you're flipping it. Everything's turned upside down. Like they do it so well. It's like all white. Like he has no idea where he is. Like he's underground, but he's lost.
Yeah.
And getting his ass beat and not being able to eat. And when he finds water, it's laced with something that's making him go even crazier,
Balls,
you know?
Yeah. Dude, I also love like the shots of like the court when they're wearing the owl mask are so creepy too. Yeah. It's like all these people in like suits or dresses and like kids. And it's just like
this is a superhero story for sure, but it's definitely like, as far as Batman comics I've read, one of the most psychedelic and horrifying.
Oh yeah.
I would agree.
Court of Owls is so trippy. Like you really I love like Batman. We know with enough prep time and blah blah blah. He's like the best superhero. But in this one and in this whole run, and he has zero. But you also just get him grinded down. Like as good as he is, he still gets grinded down, and it's cool to see him struggle. Because he always has those moments where he's like, I was actually just waiting for you to slip at that moment. And then here's how I'm taking you down. And he does.
Yeah.
But you still it feels so satisfying. I don't know. Like you're getting a good story and Batman getting his ass kicked.
Well, he gets pushed to the brink. Alfred almost dies. I mean, it's
also like throughout the Batman comics, there's like Batman's been dosed with all kinds of drugs. His mind has gone to like the darkest reaches, and he can always bounce back eventually.
Yeah.
Which I feel like makes him stronger for the next time he gets dosed with something.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is nothing. I've been there.
I'm taking ayahuasca while I was on meth.
While I was on meth.
You gotta try every combo.
That sounds
if
like
gotta
hell
be ready,
on earth.
Yeah,
Try ayahuasca while I was on meth.
That sounds like the most horrifying. That's the kind of shit the U.S. does to political prisoners. You know what I mean?
Shit, seriously. That's crazy.
Did I just become a Batman villain?
Pretty much.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah,
How would he mix the
dude, Talon, especially I like that he changes. So I know off of this, there came a Talon spin-off comic.
Yeah, James
Off of
Tynion
this
actually
run.
wrote that
I
one.
never read it.
Yeah.
Was it good?
I didn't read it either.
I haven't read it, but I recently bought it because we were talking about this.
Okay.
But I've heard good things. I mean, James Tynion never misses, so
True.
if I have a feeling it's really
Dude
good.
puts out bangers.
I just don't know. Like, is it the first Talon we fight, the one that's frozen in the
No.
Batcave, or is
So,
it Lincoln March?
It's neither actually.
Oh.
It's I think it's a female Talon actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
And she finds out that she's like a renegade Talon, basically, as far as I know. It's like she's trying to like she's kind of a hero, I guess. She's not like
she's like for a brief period of time almost a part of the Bat family, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Hell no, not
From
my
the New
Bat
52.
family.
No, I agree with you, but I just think like James Tynion did in his spin-off run, Talon interacted with the Bat family.
Yeah.
While like kind of like reckoning with her own past and, one of those kinds of stories. That's what I get. But I don't know for sure because I haven't read it.
Have you guys ever
But I've heard good
watched
things.
the animated Batman vs. Robin?
I think I've seen that one.
It's-
What is the
no.
plot?
It's pretty much the Court of Owls, but Damian Wayne is in this. He's Robin, and Talon tries to like recruit him to the Court of Owls.
Oh.
It's sick.
Huh.
It's literally the Court of
Interesting.
Owls story, just like kind of altered with Damian and other shit.
I didn't know they did that.
Oh yeah, no,
Interesting.
they go into the origin, they do the whole rhyme and everything.
I love how at the beginning you get the shot and they're not it's all the Robins, but they're all in suits because it's like a Bruce Wayne party, and you get to see Dick Grayson, Damian, Tim Drake.
Yeah, and Batman had just put those like contacts in or whatever.
Oh, he got
that
like
had-
Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Scott Snyder predicting technology ahead of its time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Dude, so wait, time out. What is this? I keep seeing these memes and these pictures. What is it they're wearing? Like, and they're like, is it that like you have the iPhone screen like on your visor but you're still looking at the real shit?
It's AR, so like you would put it on now. You're looking wherever you are in your room, and you get like a pop up in front of you, so it looks like almost like Tony Stark-esque, but like let's not give it too much credit. Like it's just whatever screens you would see on your laptop, let's say, or on your phone. It has the Apple layout, and you can move it around, make it as big as you want. You can watch videos. Like I haven't been sold on it, but if it gets to the point where you could put it as contacts or something like smaller, yes, then everyone's going to have one because it's literally a phone on your face, and that's all they want. They want your attention, never
All
turn
of the
away.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't see any practical use. It's so much money. It's almost $4,000.
What?
Yeah.
I see a lot of videos of people walking around with them for them just to be $4,000.
Well, you
Yep.
can. I think like through Apple and stuff, you can do it on payment plans like
Yeah,
you would an
sure.
expensive iPhone.
Jesus.
You know what I mean?
But if you're doing
but
that
like
for
it's
this
also
thing-
like it's also like a lot. I think it's like also I think like the main buyers that I've seen using it are like tech or just influencers.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. That's
Definitely
why you're seeing
influencer
it.
heavy. Yeah.
because it's really they didn't really make it for like mass production because people can't afford that shit.
And it's not at the stage yet where it's like really even practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because there really isn't a practical purpose.
It looks ridiculous. It looks like Charles Xavier's helmet in like House of X. That's what it looks like
that
to
would be
me.
cool. I'd wear it if that's
That-
exactly
yeah.
what
Gentlemen, gentlemen, guess what?
What?
I think we just unlocked a new job where we're tech geniuses.
Oh.
Listen to us. We can add tech advice to
Tech
our
advice.
resume.
Yeah.
If you need tech advice, come to Jake first.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like
have
the
best
conversation-
tech advice.
Yeah, I feel like the conversation we just had, like an achievement unlocked, just
Yeah.
popped up above us.
Yeah, that's true. That was the most techie our podcast has ever gotten.
That qualifies us to get free Apple Vision Pro headsets for the three of us.
Oh, that is
Yes,
sick.
exactly. And I think that's like fair that we're doing it because like that is exactly what Bruce Wayne essentially, you know what I mean? Like his is way more sophisticated,
Yeah.
obviously. Like his is like identifying people as he's looking at them and stuff. Like you see in The Batman with the scene with
Yes.
Catwoman.
Oh, you're right.
You're right. It's
right.
exactly that. That's yeah.
Damn.
The Court of Owls has to happen in the Batman. It has to. Like it just is perfect for
I
it.
feel like they've hinted at it.
Yeah, right? Like, because the Batman movie is all about Bruce's past and his family being shady and what's going on with that. Like,
Yeah, and what the city really, a lot of it is what really is Gotham. You know what I mean?
So I could totally see them popping up. I really, like, as a villain, too, like, imagine the Labyrinth scene in live action. Come on. With Robert Pattinson?
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
for
But I do
sure.
want to see
And I
like
think-
some real OG Batman villains in there that need to be done
For sure.
justice. You know, like Freeze.
Yeah.
I want to see a Freeze and a Clayface.
100%.
Yeah, but
agree.
I agree, but I think I would rather see those characters in The Brave and the Bold and save something like the Court of Owls for something a little more realistic.
Because it is more grounded. Yeah. The craziest thing about them is that they're kind of, the Talons are zombies.
Yeah, and
Pretty
the
much.
freeze tech, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Ooh, see, you could
could
get
mix
Mr.
the
Freeze in
two,
there
yeah.
in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. But like just the fact that like they are this like kind of normal group, and the fact that they do mesh well as as we're saying, like a lot of times you can make a new villain and it's just like whatever, forgettable. But they instantly they work. They fit so well into the world of Gotham and Batman. Like
Yeah, and it makes sense.
even if I want to see old school villains, I still would love
Yeah.
to see them.
Yeah, of newer villains that you may see, these are one of the best, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I just truly believe Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's run is a modern classic.
Hands down. Hands down.
They're a really good Batman team.
Yeah, the art,
Yeah.
the way we were talking about how it incorporates horror, but not all of it. Like that's the first half. The second half is way less horror and way more action packed, and it
Yes.
works. Their teamwork works just as well in that situation too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about you give us a little synopsis? Okay, so Batman escapes the labyrinth,
Yes.
right? That basically ends that first arc.
Yeah, he survives the labyrinth. And so when that Talon gets killed by Bruce, the Court of Owls decides to, or he doesn't even get killed, he just gets his ass beat so bad that they
basically.
they don't want to bring him back to life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the Court of Owls just they awaken all of their talons, which is crazy to think about because, like, the first one did so much work just as an individual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like a Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like an unstoppable, cold-blooded killing machine.
Yeah. But that being said, I do find the Talons, I mean, I guess they're supposed to because Batman, but when they're fighting him in as a group, they can be kind of obnoxious. They're just like, we're coming for you, Batman. You know what I mean?
I think that's also a very deliberate, like, Batman has a certain amount of camp to him at all times.
That's true.
I feel like that might be as campy as Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo will get,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they definitely do once they're all
Yeah,
awakened.
but they are like, we're coming for you, Batman. I gotta get you, Batman.
Yeah, the door won't hold forever. But I do love the scene when he opens up and he's like, "Get the hell out of my house!"
Yeah.
In like the Bat mech suit almost.
Yeah.
It's like if Batman had Hulkbuster armor.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's a cool fight because he's like, Alfred, you got to make the Batcave as cold as possible, and that's what's going to stop the serum inside of the Talons to
Yeah,
slow them down.
freeze them.
And Alfred's like, wouldn't that kill you too? He's like, motherfucker, just do it. Like, I'm going to take care
I'm
of shit.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's cool. It's cool. I like the way because, like, I mean, I do think the world not knowing, like, you don't want too many people to know that Bruce is Batman.
Yeah, but it makes sense
Right.
that the court would know.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't until the night of the Owls.
Right. Lincoln
because-
March finds out, right?
Yes. Yeah. But, they find out because Lincoln March is the one that figures it out during the attack.
Right.
The first attack, when the Talon attacks Lincoln and Bruce in Wayne Tower, which you found out the Talon betrayed Lincoln. Because Lincoln March is a new character for this series, and you find out it's a fake name, and that supposedly
Dick
there's a big
Grayson's,
twist.
Like
No, Lincoln March is Thomas Wayne Jr.
Or Thomas Wayne. Yo, yeah.
He's Bruce Wayne's brother,
the mayor.
apparently.
Okay.
But wait,
Yeah.
because we forgot to say it, the original Talon that Bruce
It's like
fights.
Dick Grayson's great grandfather or something. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a cool
Yeah.
twist too. Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah. A lot of it is just, there's a lot of exciting twists and like fresh twists. I
Yeah.
feel like with so many great twists in the Batman canon and throughout over the years, like in both Dark Victory and Long Halloween and Hush, and you know what I mean? It's hard to come up with fresh, and Thomas Wayne Jr. and Dick, the first Talon being Dick Grayson's grandpa, are great fresh twist for the Batman lore.
It's funny you mentioned those because I really felt like Lincoln March reminded me a little bit of Harvey Dent plus a little bit of Hush.
Yeah, somewhere
Right.
between the two.
But
Yeah.
in a cool, like, so do you think he's actually his brother or it was just the Court of Owls fucking with everybody?
Well, that's the twist. Because like according to everything, it hints that it could be the brother, but like in all hospital records,
Yeah, they never say exactly it is. They hint
Yeah,
that it
and-
could be like this bastard brother.
but in all hospital records, his brother's dead.
But which Thomas Wayne would have the power and influence to do if he ever,
cover it up.
Cover it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You never know what's going on in God.
Okay, so what do
Wayne
you guys
lore
think?
goes deep.
What do you think? Do you think Thomas Wayne was like covered it up on purpose? Do you think it's
Well-
just a madman that the Court of Owls? Because like the car accident that becomes a subject of the City of Owls arc of this 2-arc run.
It did happen.
You find out that factually did happen, and that was orchestrated by the Court of Owls. But you don't. It never answers. Is Lincoln March truly Thomas Wayne? You find out that the accident happens at the corners of Lincoln and March.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I don't think it is. I think the Court of Owls are just like the best kind of like going back to the Labyrinth
Manipulators?
again. Yeah, they're just psychological villains, which are the best kind of Batman villains. It just makes sense. Like you go after Batman's brain. That's how you break
Yeah.
him down. Because no matter how much you fucking beat him up, he comes back somehow. And I really think that's what they're master manipulators. So if they could get you to believe you have a half brother still alive, and that you get this random like that's the thing with the Talons. They just took random orphans, right? It's the dark mirror to Bruce Wayne helping orphans. You know, they're just exploiting orphans.
Yeah.
Which we might be able to do on the podcast if it's going to help us get more listeners.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Start
we should have been
exploiting
exploiting
orphans.
orphans a
Yeah.
long time.
We're
ago.
getting our own
I mean,
talents.
Oh,
do you
shit.
think?
Whose
Ooh,
orphan do you
yeah.
think would win out of the three of us? Like, if we each
picked an orphan,
picked
like
orphan,
a-
trained him, and then had him, like we put it in a Royal Rumble style. We put all our orphans into a ring.
I love how we're doing child fights now. Look at us.
When
I
they're
said
adults, they'll
orphans. I
fight.
never said
Yeah.
child.
Yeah, we're
They
not.
can be like
they're not
18,
children.
and still be an orphan, you know.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But
okay.
I find that
wow.
if you start from children, you can train them better.
Yeah, you have to start training as a child. Otherwise, that orphan's out first.
I mean, you're not wrong. Look at fucking Dick Grayson. It's the reason why he's first Robin, grows up to be Nightwing. He's even worn the Batmantle. Like,
Yeah.
he kind of is the best.
Also, I think
Fact.
of all of the people that have worn the Batmantle that isn't Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson's the most deserving.
I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
like and if they should ever actually pass down the
It
mantle,
should
like
go to
he
Dick
should just
Grayson.
get it. Yeah,
I'd be very
Yeah.
mad if he didn't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for certain.
Schrodinger's gun. Oh, that's so great.
So what do you? So do you got? Okay, orphans.
I said, whose orphan would win?
So my son, my actual
Yeah, but he's
son.
not an orphan because you're still in his life, so he doesn't count. You can't use him. You have to
So,
like pick a
but
kid.
what I'm saying, is, here's this.
Okay.
The son whose life I was in. So you can infer that an orphan would have a similar impact if I was a father figure in their life.
Okay.
My son, first year doing wrestling, went to States.
Nice.
Ooh,
There you go.
that's true. And Cody
Yeah.
does have giant ancestry in him. 7 foot tall
Giant
individuals.
ancestry.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Cody's orphan. I don't know.
Oh, Anthony, what about your orphan? You're not even going to defend your orphan?
Nah, my orphan's not making it in a fight. I'm gonna train them for the psychological torture.
That's
but,
I think your orphan would be more of like a mental adversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, your orphan wouldn't be a Talon. Your orphan would be on the court itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Your orphan's wearing the owl mask like that the court wears.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's what you got to watch out for. Fist fight now. You'll knock him
Also,
out.
did you guys notice that like all of the court members at different times, not every time you see their hands, but there are times when you, like even outside when he's in that rich woman's house, Powers or whatever,
Yeah.
there's a point when she's like trying to get the elevator to work and she has talons instead of fingers.
I don't know if they ever explained that. Or
Well,
if
I
that's
think
just...
Was it supposed to be like a trippy thing? Like
I think it's just more of like a symbolism.
Yeah, or
you know what I mean?
exaggeration.
Like, yeah, like Greg Capullo using the artistic, like adding nuance to it. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily like, because at that point, Batman's off of drugs. He's, you know
the
what I
meth
mean?
and ayahuasca had worn off by that point.
Yeah.
maybe he could see who was in the court and who wasn't.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, or even just like signaling to us like this person, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, even like all of the court members, like when he demasks the dead people and stuff like that, they're all very angular faced. You know what I mean? Like they almost like a beak, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think Greg did that art. That was like clearly a purposeful choice.
And then even going back to that, when they're in the labyrinth and he finds all the old pictures of the victims and they always look so distraught because they've been tortured. And it's a lot of Waynes in the past, like especially one Wayne who fell in the sewer.
Yeah, there's Wayne's, there's Jarvis Pennyworth.
Yeah, Jarvis Pennyworth. Yep. So that's the backup story. That's the cool thing about this run too. You get a lot of backup stories with Jarvis. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Dude, we need a Chronic Jarvis backup story.
Ooh, Chronic Jarvis.
Yeah, one backup story with Jarvis and one backup story with Chronic Jarvis will be our backup story for the Double Dip Boys or whatever.
Double Dip Boys.
I have double dipped as well.
Oh.
Get out of here.
That's how Son of Chronic Jarvis came to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Son of Chronic.
The court of Jarvises.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The court of Jarvis. Ooh. But yeah, I mean, well, it's cool because they like when you start that Alfred backup story, like or the Jarvis backup story rather, you almost are like, is Jarvis a bad guy? You know what I mean? Like, is there some shadiness? But then as the story unfolds, he just like made the wrong choices trying to protect the Waynes. It's not, you know.
Fucking protecting the Waynes, those rich bastards.
But everything's told in a letter to his son, Alfred.
That Alfred doesn't get.
Yeah. And he's kind of okay with that. He's like, Bruce, whatever, like at the end of the story, he's like, whatever you did more than makes up for that, no matter what.
Yeah, he's like, I don't really need to know if the court killed my dad or not.
It's like, I don't give a shit. No.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he's
he's
just a hard man.
Yeah, man. He stands on business.
Exactly.
But he's hard, but he's also like definitely Bruce's heart. Like if he's not there to like be like, dude, what's going on? Be a person.
He's also Alfred also plays like Bruce's Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
He is. He's always like his. I feel like if Alfred wasn't there, Batman has more potential to go like mad and insane. And Alfred's there to like check him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Alfred's sitting there when you wish upon a star.
I want to hear Michael Caine sing that.
That's so funny. But yeah.
Fucking when Batman stories are like good, they're like often really good. Like I feel like a lot of the Batman we talk about, whether it's Batmarch or otherwise, the stories aren't just necessarily good Batman stories. They're like top tier superhero comics.
Agreed.
Yeah. Some of the best, like, I mean,
and I feel like Batman alone has some of the top tier stories in comics, period.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Batman, as far as like consistency and quality and popularity and stuff like that. Batman is DC's X-Men.
He's got that dog.
You know what I mean? I feel like those are the only two that have quite so many tales about them that are so important to the pantheon of comics and the characters and stuff.
Speaking of X-Men, so as Krakoa is winding down, we're going to get new series coming after that. The new Wolverine series, they haven't said who's writing it yet, but Greg Capullo is doing art.
Whoa.
Ooh,
So
that
I'm
would be
checking
sick.
that out.
I
Yeah.
like Greg Capullo. Dude, Greg Capullo's
And that's Marvel.
art.
I haven't really seen him do anything at Marvel,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and I think just like the grittiness and the harshness. Dude, this is a brutal. I mean, this is like for a Batman tale, this is bloody as fuck.
Yeah. No, it is. He gets his ass beat. And again, throughout the entire run, you see Batman get beat. This is by far, listen, this is a great run, but he starts off prime level. Like they have absolute edition of Court of Owls, which is literally just like only the first 6 or 7 issues, like not even City. Like the first Court of Owls, like little arc, 6 issues or whatever, is just golden. Like I put that in, like City of Owls is still good, but if I'm counting like that as kind of like a follow up to it, because you could read both as 2 different stories. Man, Court of Owls is just so good. Like everyone was shitting on the New 52 when it came out. Not this. I hope not this when it came out.
No,
but like,
most people I knew, this was untouchable. Yeah.
No, most people were on board for this.
Yeah.
This one, I think,
It was
like
this
as far
and
as
Wonder
like,
Woman were the top.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. As far as like what people were like, the New 52 Defenders pointed it to those 2 comics as the saving grace of New 52.
yeah. Snyder doesn't write it, but there's a Batman and Robin run in New 52. It's Bruce and Damian. So if you want that, like you kind of
writes
get
that?
that.
I read some of that.
It's Tomasi and Gleason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
read
a
it.
team. They're a team like that.
That
too.
shit was good, honestly. I liked it.
Yeah, they also do a Superman run where you get Superman and his son Jonathan in a similar vein. They're
Nice.
good. They're a good creative team too.
I did read the Tomasi Robin Batman run.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. That's a good one too. Like Damian like shoots someone at the beginning of that. Like it's like not just like oh it's Batman. Yeah, like dark stuff happens in that one too.
Dude, I do. You bringing that up makes me. I love during the fight once the Night of Owls has started. I love when Batman's like, "No, Alfred, I get to actually go all out on these guys because they're undead zombies."
Oh,
so Batman gets to straight up murder these
them.
motherfuckers.
No, I
Yeah.
can totally bend my rules tonight.
Yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
Alfred shoot one of them? Like he kills one of them too? No.
Yeah,
Oh
they
no, he
fucking-
pushes the giant penny on top.
Oh
of him.
yeah.
Yeah.
We get that and the dinosaur stomping on one of them. A
Yeah.
bunch of them. I love that that's
Yeah.
included. Like those are always in the Batcave, but like you don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, no, like nobody knows to this day really what exactly is the deal with the giant dinosaur and the penny, but
The penny is definitely, I think, a Two-Face kind of thing, isn't it?
It's actually
So-
not.
It's
seems,
not.
Oh,
It
really?
would seem like it makes perfect sense, but no. It's like before that.
Yeah.
I think in Zero Year they explained that it comes from like his uncle or something.
yeah, it was like a statue that was made.
Yeah, like Scott Snyder, again, going back to like he includes the Batcave in his run in a cool way. All the Bat tech, Gotham, like he just if there's only one Batman run you've ever read or pick this, honestly. Like I think you get everything in this run.
Yeah, I would say that like maybe not the whole run, but this run for the most part like stands up to the iconic stories you have like Long Halloween and Dark Victory.
Yes.
I think there are definitely weaker moments, but it's a much longer run than the ones I'm mentioning too.
Yeah. And it had an impactful legacy. I mean, Scott Snyder is one of the biggest writers at DC. Eventually, he's done writing Batman, but then you get, and New 52's over, but then you get Metal, which was a really cool event.
I never read that.
I never read it too.
That's really cool. He had, some people like him, some people absolutely hate his guts. The Batman Who Laughs. There's that character.
I think I've heard of him, and I kind of hate him, just like based on what I've heard.
I don't
Yeah.
like the picture. I don't like what he looks like. It just
Yeah, it's very divisive. And then, Jake, I don't know if you've read this, The Last Night on Earth. Have you read that one?
I've heard of that one too.
So it's like
is that like post-apocalyptic and he's walking
Yes.
with Joker's head?
Exactly.
Yeah, I
so
did
it's like
read
the
that.
end of Snyder and Capullo's
That
run,
was
if you
cool,
imagine in the
honestly.
future. Yeah.
I liked that book. That was good, actually.
Yeah.
I really like White Knight by Sean Murphy.
Sean Kingston?
Yeah, Sean Murphy. I was thinking Sean Williams.
Oh.
Sean
For some
Kingston,
reason.
like Sean
Your
Murphy's
way
White
to
Knight run and his take on
beautiful
Batman. We should do
Batman.
that totally.
I'd be down for that. I have the first volume.
I've read all of them.
I don't have it,
They're
but I
really
can
cool.
get it at some point.
Really
yeah, there's White
changing-
Knight. What's the second one?
Well, there's White Knight, Volume
Curse
1
of
and
the White
2.
Knight.
There's Harley Quinn's spin-off White Knight, and then, there's like
Batman
another one.
Beyond.
Yeah, that one was sick. It was so cool.
Nice. Yeah, like you're saying, there's always good Batman comics.
Yeah, Batman he's a solid, stellar discography, you know?
I mean, I think DC understands the legacy. I don't think anyone that is willing to write. I mean, not saying that there haven't been bad runs, because there absolutely have. But I'm not saying that like anyone who wants to write Batman is going into it with like usually people. You have to aim high to get Batman.
Yeah, they're not just going to put anyone on Batman.
Yeah, they don't put any jackass there.
Like, we get top tier guests on Comics and Chronic. We talked recently to the current writer of Batman, Chip Zdarsky, so you could check that episode out.
Z.
But he was saying part of his run is like influenced by Scott Snyder's run. Like, because why wouldn't it be? Like, Scott Snyder's run is so definitive,
Agreed.
For modern Batman, like obviously Batman's been around for a long ass time.
No,
but
I agree. For modern Batman, he's very influential.
that's why this is a good jumping on point, I think, because you start in 2011 and you could go barrel forward, or if you want to go back, go for it.
And I feel like comics were around 2011. We're like reaching the end of the era when comics were just like being edgy to be edgy. You know what I mean? And I just think that this is just like in a time when like people were like, I remember there were like the comics people that were coming out that people were the most excited about at this time. This was when like Image was really going hard. Like, Saga's coming out at this time, and you're getting, it's a few years before you get things like Sex Criminals, and Image is just like having this renaissance. And people, I just remember like people complaining a lot about the New 52, but this one, there are very few modern comic runs that I think will hold up to this run.
Agreed.
Especially these first two volumes.
Yeah, reading it a decade later, it feels fresh as fuck.
Yeah. I also liked reading it after Zero Year, too, because I never read Zero Year until we read it.
Oh, nice.
And so rereading this, I was like, I kind of want to read Zero Year again now, honestly.
Yeah.
It continues a little bit after this. Right after this, I think you get Death of the Family, where Joker has his like face carved off. Do you remember that?
I never read that, but I always like saw that picture.
Yes.
Dude, pick up the omnibussy. Just get the omnibussy.
I should, honestly.
I highly recommend it.
It's what, two omnibuses?
Two
or is it
omnibuses.
three?
Two
Yeah,
omnibuses?
double dip on the omnibuses is what we're saying here.
Dude, that's omnibussing.
Hey.
Yo.
I wasn't ready for that, but
Well,
guys,
Have we
I
reached
think
the
we're at the
nexus?
next easy.
I think so. This is one of those where it's just like no brainer 6.
I'm going to agree.
6.
It's a no-brainer 6.
No brainer 6.
When it comes to Batman, I feel like
We cover a lot of 6s.
we cover a lot of 6. Which just goes to what I said. Like, he puts out 6.
He's a devilish dude.
Oh.
He is a
there he
devilish
is.
dude.
Do you
Yeah.
double dip, Satan?
I'm definitely double dipping, Jake.
You dirty dog. I should have known. Scoundrel.
You know me. There should be a Batman villain called the Double Dipper. He just breaks at their fingers whenever they try to double dip, but they always come back for more. He like goes to Bruce Wayne's parties. Bruce Wayne doesn't know. Bruce Wayne can't attack him because he's in Bruce Wayne mode. He's double dipping. He's like,
Satan, you've had better ideas.
"Oh, thanks for that one. You're supposed to like all my ideas. I'm Satan. Hell,
Dude,
Satan.
I agree with you most of the time, but I just think we could, if we wanted a double dipper villain, we could come up with something better than that dude that just breaks people's fingers at parties.
You know what? I need to go home. Cody hurt my feelings.
Sorry, Satan.
Oh, I ran off the devil.
Oh, thank God! I think you're starting to find a way to defeat Satan. You can hurt his feelings pretty easily.
Is the
Cody.
veil thickening?
Thickening?
Wouldn't it be thinning?
Well, it was, but I'm saying if we're pushing
His
back,
veil of sadness is
right,
thickening.
right.
I would say. I can feel it. I like it though. I want you to take Satan down a peg.
Oh, shit. Speaking
Nice.
of pegging,
Hey,
you guys,
hey,
go check out.
we got Bat March
Bat
coming
March.
up. More Bat March for you. We're doing All Star Batman and Robin. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, dude.
with
I
pegging,
don't know.
I mean, I am glad that we're tackling a historically bad Batman narrative.
Yeah.
For this Bat March.
I agree.
I'm
Again,
excited for it.
Yeah, I'm down
Yeah,
for
I'm
more
about
bad
to
comics.
get to reading probably when I get off of here.
We also got Under the Red Hood, the animated movie. We got Gotham by
Yeah.
Gaslight as a Patreon exclusive. So you got to give us money. You got to join our court for that
Yeah,
one.
you got to get behind the paywall.
yeah.
Paywall.
And then for those paywall peeps, we also got Batman Season 1, Episode 35 of the animated series. Almost got him. We're going to do that live. We're going to chill with whoever's part of the Patreon and can make it. We'll give you a date for that.
Leave us a message. Let us know that what a good time. If you're in the Patreon, when should we do the live in Bat March?
Ooh, yeah, hit us up. Let us know.
Oh, yeah.
Patrons only. Everyone else, you don't have any decision. And free
Yeah.
patrons. I don't know what's going on there. We got a few free patrons who signed up, which is cool, I guess, but who's that helping?
You don't
Who's
have
that helping?
$5, you cheap fucks?
Yeah, well, you don't get
we give
anything
you
for
our
free.
blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay.
Why is there even a free?
I don't know. Can I
Patreon.
delete the free option?
Yeah.
Because
who the
seriously,
hell-
I don't know. It doesn't get you anything to be a free patron. We're telling you that right here, right now.
Guys, you gotta stop being broke.
Yeah, step it up. Nate Sesko, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna start naming
I wasn't going to name names.
the free patrons to shame you.
Hey, we don't name names. We don't name commies,
just
all right?
kidding.
You can't do that. That's
That's
Go,
true.
kid,
That's
dogs.
literally like McCarthyism.
I'm gonna name commies, okay?
Cody, I knew
Wow.
it. It would be Cody's all talk. I knew he would.
Yeah,
fucking
I knew it too.
Cave into McCarthyism and start giving up names. You bastard.
Know what else you could do? You could win the Batman comics we talked about today. First 2 volumes.
Whoa, how do you do that? How does one win comics?
Well, you see, this is how you're going to do it. We'll post this on Twitter and Instagram. What you got to do in both situations, and we'll give you some instructions there, but it's pretty simple. On Twitter, I'm going to make a post on Comics and Chronic. You're going to see that post. It's going to have these 2. You need to be following us. You need to retweet it, and you need to tag someone. On Instagram, it's going to be the same thing. You need to be following us. You need to share it in your story and tag us.
Yes.
And tag a friend in the comments.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it, you guys.
Not that hard.
not
It
that
sounds
hard.
like a few
and you get
steps.
two volumes of the most iconic Batman ever.
For free.
For
You're
free.
not paying shipping.
You posers.
Free. It's just
Yeah.
for you.
Do you see what we
You may
do?
not have ever listened to the podcast and you hear this or someone tells you, you see it shared and you're getting this, then you're going to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
It's how we
Yeah.
make commies right here.
But if you
That's how you
live internationally, you're probably not going to get
Oh, you're not part of it. Yeah, sorry. Seriously, no. Actually, that's a great fucking point. If you're in
Because,
Canada
yeah.
or outside of the U.S., sorry, it's just not happening.
That's too
It's
much
too
money.
much to ship.
Yeah.
It's too much money. We have to sell a little bit of ourselves
Yeah,
every
no.
time.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, if you want to pay us for shipping.
Yeah, you could Venmo us for shipping and handling, but
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
but no,
if-
we're not. Well, I don't like to ask people for money for the stuff we're giving,
No,
honestly,
no,
except
I
for
agree.
Patreon. That's
Yeah,
the
except for
only time we
Patreon.
want it.
Yeah. But also, if you want to give us money for funsies, you can do that too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to up the ante then. When we do our Patreon live, we'll do another giveaway.
Oh.
Patrons
Double
only.
dip, boys.
Double dip.
Damn. The Double Dip Boys have done it again. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dip.
Cody almost did a spit take for that.
That was wild. I wasn't expecting that.
Also, go rate us.
Ooh.
Go rate us on Spotify.
Tell your friends.
Give us a review
Some nice words.
Yeah.
or some bad words
Ooh.
if you have them.
But give us a 5 no matter
Yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Even if you
Even
have
if
bad,
you have bad
feel
words,
free.
just
Yeah.
click on the 5
You
stars.
can call us every name in the book.
Yeah.
Give us 5 stars.
But also know we're going to call you those names back.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. Them's
It's
the rules.
true.
And your mom.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't want us coming after your moms.
Do you?
We'll be like the Court of
Yeah,
Owls going after Martha Wayne.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics N Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.